Shall I stop my?
Yeah, you can stop
Yes,
this.
yes.
Yeah. So then I'll come back to the question that I ask every time. So what should we do today? Okay, are you guys wanting something, or should I bring in the big guns? I think in the sense that the power of R is when you work with multiple data sets, no? So if I want to work with multiple data sets, then how would I do it? No? Do you want to work on that? Or shall we go to our one open resources, pick one data set and start working on that?
Yes, sir, sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anybody had looked at data.gov.in after we left the last time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What, Subarna, did you? Shruti, did you?
Yes, sir.
Parsi,
Sir.
what about you?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Can anybody tell me a couple of data sets that you looked at? Am I stuck? Hello?
No, sir, not sir.
Okay. Okay. So no, did you look at any data set? I want you to answer this question.
Sorry, sir, I couldn't.
Okay. What about you, Lokesh, Shruti, Subarna, Parthi?
No, sir.
Okay.
I just went and like looked at the same data set we were working on. I didn't like explore anything else.
Okay. Let me then share my screen. Today I'm using a single monitor, so you will have a lot of overlaps. Is my screen audible, visible?
Yes.
Visible.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
So what I want for you guys for today is that we'll pick a data set, and then I'll give you a new resource. I'll give you something called as a shapefile. Shapefile is nothing but a representation of the map, so that you can build maps and things like that. Today we'll be working with a shapefile. Shapefile is of many types, but there are two main things that we need to use in R. One is called a .shp file, or that is where the name shapefile comes from. .shp is a proprietary file format by ArcGIS, ESRI Foundation. ESRI stands for European Research, European something Research Institute. Anyway, so Environmental and Space Research Institute. I'm not sure. I think you guys can have a look at it. But yeah, we'll go there. But let us first pick one data set. I'm doing this exercise again because I want you guys to also do it when you have time. So we are looking at the health and family welfare data set. Do you think, let us take, what I will do is I will try to state-wise. I'll do something. I'll just say okay. State-wise polio immunization. Let us have a look at this data set, what this is. Yeah. Are you guys comfortable with any other formats, or should we continue working with Excel? I download these two. I'm saying that I'm a non-commercial person. I'm academia. This is NRF 9G7. No. Oh. So it has downloaded the data set. Let me open it. So this one is having states, the name of the states, union territories for each year in thousands. Actually, this is the number of thousands of polio vaccines that have been delivered. Okay. This is 0809. Okay. This was what was anticipated, or this is what is supposed to be expected. This is observed, right? This is what was supposed to be done. This is what was achieved. Again, for each of the years, we have achievements. That percentage. Just 1 second. So this is percentage of achievement. We can calculate that, but yeah, we have that for all the years. Let us work on this data set. Let us see how many states are there. We have, yeah, you have defense and railways, but then you have 35 states, right? 35 states. There must be something missing. Let us go to the sort and check. Anyway, fine. Let us work on this. We download this, right? So what is the first thing I need to do? Okay, let us also look for one thing. Let me search for India shapefile, state-wise, no? India state-wise shapefile. So you have India administrative boundary shapefiles. Let us look at that. GitHub also has some resources. Yeah, it is updated on January 2020. Use that. So you have the boundary, state boundaries. So what I can do is I can download the zip. Okay. I don't know if this is working, but it says that this repository contains the most updated shapefile .shp of the country boundary and Indian state. India boundary shapefile represents Republic of India as per Survey of India records. The state boundary has 28 Indian states plus 9 union territories, including something. Daman, including the newly developed Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Dadar Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu. Okay, yeah, this looks quite legitimate. So what we can do is, what is the first step we need to do when we are working on anything? Need to create a project, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I opened my R Studio. As of right now, my project is none, isn't it? So I need to create a project. Let me create a project. I'll say new project, existing directory, because so today is okay. Online session. Let me create session 5, workflow. Fine. Yeah, let me create a project. And the moment I create a project, it is going to, yeah. So in my working directory, what is there now? There is nothing. Only one file is there. That is sessions workflows, today's date and our project. Okay. So this is everything else information, right? So I need to do a couple of things. I need to first create a couple of folders. The first folder needs to be something called data, and I need to paste my data here, isn't it? And there is a second thing I need to do. Okay, let us do the first thing. The first thing is there are two ways you can do it. You can just press new folder here and type data and press OK. It creates a data folder. I'll create a code folder as well. But usually what I do is I I've created a template for me. Every time I'm creating a folder, creating a project, I just run this. The moment I run this, it is going to create all these for me. Okay, let me just run this and show you. So the moment I ran it, it created data, code, analysis, plots, files. And in data also, there is like two folders, clean data, raw data. So this is a very good habit, keeping things so that this is something that I need to do with every project, and you can just run that every time you're here, and I can just save this within my project as well. I'll just save it in my working area. Sorry, I'll just PHDMI online session day 5 and code. Okay. So if you go here, there is this project setup template, and you can name it anything. All you need to do is every time you open a project, you need to run that. Okay. So I'll just close this, and I'll open one more R script. Okay. This R script is going to look at two things. Let us first explore the data set that we downloaded. Okay. So exploring the polio. No, it was the polio, is it? Polio immunization data set. Okay. This data was downloaded from data.gov.in, but exactly it will be better if you can give the link, isn't it? So where is that? Yeah, this is it, no? Polio immunization. No? So this is where the data has come from. And there is a short description of the data as well here in the note. So I'll just paste that as well. So it says that it is sourced from so and so, so and so. NA means not reported, and all the figures are, wherever asterisk is there, it means that figures are provisional. Okay. So, and now let us bring the data set. Where is the data right now? It is in my downloads folder. So yeah, in my downloads folder, there is this polio immunization, this thing. So I'll copy it, and then I'll paste it in my data. In my data, there are two data sets here, two folders, raw data, clean data. It's always good to actually segregate them and put it in a raw data. Okay. You cannot paste it here. You need to open it in this new folder, and then you can paste it here. No? So it's here, isn't it? Your polio immunization 2008 to 2013. And you want to load it. So you can see that the polio immunization data sets here. You can just, okay, before you load it, you need to load some packages as well, right? So why don't you guide me? Which packages should I install? Sorry, load.
Tidy version
Tidyverse.
Then
here.
and deployer, right? But the moment I load tidyverse, all these 8 packages will be loaded. ggplot, deployer, 4 cats per tidyr. So I just need to load one. But there is one additional package which we always talk about is
Here.
Yeah, here.
Here.
Sorry, not her. Sorry, here. Okay. So the moment, so these are, and we can say load data. Now, how are you going to load the data? There are two ways you can load the data. You can load data from import dataset from text. Go to your data option, raw data, and select it. And preview the data here. Just like we did, we previewed the data in the Excel before we looked at it, right? And then it gives you a code here. You can just copy paste it in your, I'll just copy it here. I'll just modify this code a little, in the sense I don't need library readr because readr is already loaded, isn't it, by tidyverse. So I'll just remove that. And my I don't like to name things this way. Okay, I know that this is the data set I'll be working on, so I'll just write here. Okay. And this is not a very good way of writing your file path. So ideally it should be data and raw data. And I should place it between the, okay. So I can say df, or I'll just say df. Now I have loaded the data. It says it's 38 observations and 11 variables. And these are all the names, right? The first column is categories, which is a character, major states, so and so. The second column is India, states, union territories, agencies, Andhra Pradesh, etc., etc. It's a character. Then 2008 to 2009 needs assessed, 0, 0 in thousands, in thousands, in thousands. And I don't need, okay, this is fine. So do you all get a sense of what this glimpse function is doing?
Yes, sir.
Do you all understand what this glimpse
Yes,
function is doing? Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, so rows and columns. So before we work any further, we'd like to do something, right? We need to, I'd like to bring in a word here, and you should tell me how that can be achieved. Okay, I'd like to bring in the word called snake case. Okay, so what do I mean by snake case?
Make it into small letters, like
Okay, make what into small letters?
all the column and
names.
column names.
Column names or variable names, right?
Variable names.
I'd like you to use these words interchangeably now. Now that you know the tidy principles, all columns are variable, right? And it's not the column names, it's a variable, right? So how to do that?
We'll have to load janitor first. Library janitor.
Okay. Is it okay if I put it somewhere around here, line number 17? Would you guys agree?
Yes, sir.
Or
So you said to keep it clean, we like load all the libraries at the start.
yeah, okay. So I'd like to clean names. Okay, clean names. So I'll take df and then I'll say clean names function from janitor, and then yeah, categories, all that is done. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But then if I write df again, it's still going to be the same old names. But if you see the way it has written the names is like any name which starts with a numeric is a wrong way of representing, right? So you have this 2001 to 2010, 11. And if you see the way it has written is that it has added X in the start of every variable name, isn't it? Are you
Yes,
seeing
sir.
it?
Yes, sir.
So this is one thing that is unique whenever you're actually writing any file variable names, ensure that your variable name do not start with a number.
So
Okay.
will there be any issue if it's like this, like X and
No, there is no issue, but there will be an issue if your column name starts with a number.
Okay, so it already automatically assigned an alphabet in front of
Yeah,
the
it
number.
automatically puts X. If you don't have a column name, okay, if you have an empty column variable name, but you have some data there, it will still assign X1 or X_1 or something like that. Okay. So
Okay.
I'll do one thing just for fun. I will create a new, I'll just copy all of this and then I'll paste it here. And then I will not give, I'll remove the column names of these. Okay, I'll remove the column names of these. I've removed the last 4 column names. Okay. And I'm going to save it there itself. I'm going to PHDMI online session, session 5, data, raw data. And then I'll call it as an Excel file. I'll just call it book 1. Okay, just for now. Then I'm closing this. And if you look at my files option, so there is this book 1 data set. I can just import this data set. I can just copy this. So as of right now, these don't have column names, right? Isn't it?
Sir.
So it's automatically naming it as ... 14 ... 15 ...
Yes.
16 and things like that. And it is not considering, see, this is a double. It understands that this is a double. Double means a number. But here it is considering it to be a character. The reason is it is taking NA as NA. Okay. Anyway, let us not go there. But I can just copy this. And then I can just say, so I'll just take this up, put it here. And then let us call it DF book 1. That should be okay. I'll copy this, put it here, close this bracket. Okay, it's saying that it could not read the function read Excel because why it could not read this function read Excel, because this is coming from this package. So what I can do is I can do this, because I'm going to use only one function from this package. So I don't want to load the whole package. Then it says that, okay, I've renamed these for you. The 4 columns that has no names, I've automatically renamed them as ... 17, 16. Okay. But that is not a very good way of representing. The moment you say clean names again, let me just call names. Sorry, it has to be book 1. No?
Yes.
It is automatically named as X14, X15, X16, X17. Okay, so it's not just numbers. Anything that starts with a special character like dot, underscore, or dollar, or things like that, it will say that, okay, this is not a very good way of naming things, so I'll rename it X something. Okay, so that is what janitor is doing. Okay, is it clear?
Okay. Yes, sir.
And one other thing you have to be aware is that when I say clean names, you're just looking at the clean names here, but you have to assign it also. So what I can do is I can just say that take DF, reassign it with a clean name. Okay. In line number 21, I'm checking if the names are correct. Is it to my liking? And in line 22, I'm reassigning. Beware that I removed this. If I did not remove this, the code will run, but this DF will not be no longer 38 observation 17 variable. It will be a character of the names of the variable, right? This is one of the mistakes that we have done, like Ankita has shown evidently in her problem. that this is what we usually tend to do, that we don't really see what we are assigning. But whenever you have those issues, you can actually see that the DF is no longer a data, it's just values of 17 characters. And we can very quickly I'll remove this one. You can very quickly rerun everything and things are fine. Okay, that is why I insist that everything, including loading the dataset, should be written in code rather than just manual. Yeah, it's very easy for you to do this, but just copy pasting this line and changing the syntax a little might take you 5 seconds, but will save you a lot of time and effort later on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. So yeah. So now let's move further. Let us look at the file types. It says that now everything is a double. Okay. You got my point. Earlier, when we loaded it, or when we tried to load it, it showed that some of them are characters and things. Now everything is a double now. Okay, everything is considered to be a double. Now,
How did it change, sir? I mean, the NAs are still there, you said.
yeah, the NAs are still there. Let's look at the data set. There are still NAs, but it is R is smart enough to consider, okay, NAs means it's a blank value, because that is the standard practice across all data analytics platforms, right? In the sense that if you're using SAS or Stata or SPSS or Python or R or any other thing, missing values data is represented as NA, and that is reflected not just in this literature, but also in the data.gov.in as well. Okay.
Okay.
So this is standard practice, and VAR is smart enough to understand that, okay, even though you don't mention that NAs means NA, I understand what you really mean. Okay.
Oh.
Get my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, it's always helpful to look at the data once in a while, and you can clean the data if you are worried. If something has happened, it's always possible to bring it back again. Let me clean it again. Now let us. I'll not do any kind of pre-processing for now, but if you really want to select the expected counts or expected in thousands, and see, for example, right now these values are there in thousands, whereas these values are there in are the actual raw numbers, right? So I think it will help you if you're converting all these into thousands as well, isn't it? So that you can divide things easily. Are you
Yes,
getting
sir.
my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we can do is that we can say okay, I'm writing it so that for me or for somebody who's reading it, they'll understand what they're trying to say. So what are all the variables which has this? So there is a pattern to it. No, if you look at it, you can do it single by single. You can say that, okay, take the first variable, multiply it by 1000. Then take this variable, multiply it by 1000. Then take this variable, multiply it by 1000. Take this variable, multiply it by 1000. That's what we're trying to do, no?
Yes, sir.
But then we have to be a little lazy also, because if we start doing it, then there is no point in using data science, right? So what we can do is we can take df, and then we can say mutate if, okay, if it contains what? contains in underscore 000s. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you want to mutate? Say x into 1000. Okay, sorry. Let us see if you are saying. Let us see if this collected. Okay, all these are collected, right?
Okay.
Okay. Isn't it? There are 5
Yes.
columns that has this. Right?
Yes, sir.
We can just ask the names. So these are the names for it. Right?
Okay.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then this is the first, just to see, okay, all these contain 000s. Then I say columns to mutate are nothing but these. Okay. Okay. These are the columns I need to mutate. Then what you can say is you can take df and you mutate at calls to mutate. Whatever is there, you multiply it by 1000. Table vars equals to not funds. Let me just do this. What happened? I've written a simple thing. Okay. What I said was, okay, first I identified what are the columns I need to mutate. This part is clear now for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The second one is a little overkill or unnecessary, but I feel that you should know this power. Okay. So the function mutate we already know, right? What is mutate going to do?
Create a new variable.
Okay. So mutate has many cousins. Okay. Or we can call them variants. So I'll
Okay.
just look at the help option and I can just type mutate here. So mutate has mutate and there is a lot of other variants as well, right? So if you actually see, yeah. Yeah, I think mutate underscore, right? Yeah, mutate has whenever you have multiple columns you want to work at, there is this other variants of these scooped verbs, mutate underscore if, mutate underscore at, mutate underscore all. Okay. What is mutate underscore all going to do?
Mutate all the variables.
Oh,
Okay.
affects
I'll
the
show
variable. Okay.
yeah, I'll show you an example, right? df glimpse. What is it going to do? It is going to show you that, okay, these are all the variables from this data set, character, double, whatever, right? Now imagine I want to convert all the variables in this data set into characters. Okay.
Okay.
So what I would do is that I can say df pipe mutate underscore all what? I want to convert to as dot character. Okay, and then let me glimpse it so that you know. Okay, now let me run this and see all this is characters now. Earlier it was only the first two that were characters. Everything else was double. Now I have converted all them into characters, and this number 103.53, earlier it don't have quotes, right? But now you see
Yes.
it has quotes. So that means that it's a character variable.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So mutate all is going to convert all characters. I mean, every column. But now what mutate if is going to do is that if something is a character or if something is numeric, you need to give it a logical operator. You need to say that, okay, if this condition satisfies, then do this. And do it for all the columns that satisfies this condition.
Okay.
Get my point?
Yes, sir.
So that condition is, for example, if is dot numeric, then as dot character. What does that mean? Is that it's going to search. Okay, let me not do this this way. I'll say if is dot character, then as dot factor. Okay. What is this going to do now is that it is going to check if any of this variable is a character. Then if it is a character, it is going to convert it to a factor. Okay. Is it clear?
Okay.
Now
Yes,
let me.
sir.
So if I run this, only the first two should change from character to factor. Rest all will be
Factor.
double, isn't it? Let me run
Yes,
this.
sir.
You see what happened.
Hmm.
The first two are factors.
Yes, sir.
Is
So,
it
sir,
clear?
then why didn't we use this directly for this our condition, like mutate if that in 000? Yes. Why did we have to select?
Okay. So when we are saying mutate if, then what is the condition you're going to say?
So what you are doing contains that
Contains.
particular.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in
Okay. Yeah. I agree with you totally. Let us run that and see what's happening. I did try that here. Pipe mutate if contains what? In
underscore
thousands, right?
underscore thousands.
Yeah, in underscore thousands. Then multiplied by
1,000.
okay.
Yeah.
So ideally, okay. How many of you have understood what this function is doing? The one I have selected. We are saying that the function takes an argument x, and it should result out x into 1,000. Is this clear? This much is clear?
Yes, sir.
That much is.
This much is clear, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I just run this and put it here, it will give us an error. Let us try what that error is. Okay. It says that, see, whatever you're saying contains must be used within a selecting function, not a mutating function.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that is why what I did was, okay, let me select this and then I pick up the names. And these are the columns I need to mutate. And then I say, okay, what mutate at will do is that whatever columns you specify, those columns only, it will run this function.
Okay. At this for specific things which we have selected.
mutate at that certain. Not see, there are three variants of mutate. Mutate if, mutate all, mutate at. Okay. If is going to look at the Boolean operator, I mean, whether something satisfies this condition or not. When it satisfies this condition, if it is character, then it is converting to a factor. Mutate all is it's converting everything into a character. Okay. Mutate at is it will do certain things, and you need to specify to which variables you need to do that function on. Here you are specifying that do it to these or these variables. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I can do is I can now remove this view, because view means it is going to, okay. What usually one of the very common mistakes is that I do this. Right now, DF is a data frame with 38 observations and 17 variables. But sometimes I forget to remove this. I run this, and then suddenly this is what DF becomes. And DF is null. Okay. And then anything subsequently I try to do, it will not run. It will say, okay, I cannot do it. It's not applicable for class null and things. Then I usually come back and find out, okay, this is the thing I did. And then what I do is I know that I've done things in a special way. I'm just going to run things all at once. And now let us look at DF. So as of right now, it is still these numbers. If I run this, and now look at DF again. Earlier it was not in thousands. I mean, in thousands, now it is in the correct way. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll just remove this so that you guys will not have a confusion. Okay. So what this is. So this is how we are correcting and these are just examples of variants of mutate. So you can try it on your own later on. Okay. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Can I move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I want to find out what are the different categories of states and how many of them are there, can you very quickly tell me how to do it? DF?
Group by.
Somebody said group by? I would say count. No? Count by categories. All India 1, other agencies 2, smaller states 12, Union Territory 6. I don't want all India and other agencies, defense and railways. I'll remove them. Is that okay with you guys?
Yes, sir.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll call this selecting or filtering. Huh? So can you tell me how to the syntax? What is the syntax?
DF,
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 5
then
filter.
filter, then
bracket is
Then?
not equal to, so exclamation mark equal to.
okay. What is not equal to?
So those other agencies.
No,
Equal to.
tell me what to type exactly. No? Filter bracket open. Sorry, categories.
Yes, sir. Category is equal to.
Categories equal to then
Not equal to, and then the quotation marks other agency.
okay, quotation mark other agencies.
Union.
Then
Union all India category.
then okay. This is
So
enough.
that other syntax you have told us about, that percentage in percentage, and then we can
Okay.
put all of.
Yeah, that also can be done. Let us do it in two different ways. All India. So basically, what we are saying is that if categories is not equal to agencies, or categories is not equal to all India, or categories is not equal to it's just two, no, or three, just two, no.
Two.
Okay, two. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So now it's 38, isn't it? And now I can just count. Why is it not working?
We haven't assigned it.
Yeah, but then I need to do something. These both are actually, we have not assigned it. Okay, let us assign it here. Why? Simple.
Oh.
Anna? Why did it not work the first time? But when I changed that or Boolean operator to and, it worked. Isn't it?
Yes, sir. I think now it is filtering both of these.
Yeah, it's basically looking at if it is not agencies and it is not all India, only then it is going to select. Earlier, it is looking, okay, is it other agencies? No. Then even if it is all India, it is going to take it. Okay. Or it is going to look at all India and then looking, okay, if it's other agencies also, it's going to take it. Okay.
Okay.
Or can you guys tell me the other way I've taught you? So this way it is only going to give us
But we need to specify not.
so not here, not will come in front. Okay. Get my point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let us run from here once again and then run this. Categories is not found. Why is it not found? Because I have not run the janitor clean name, isn't it? Now it has worked. Okay. Now let me reassign it as df. The same. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we have tried to prepare the data set. I'm not going to. Okay, let us actually estimate the percentages as well. Or let us not do that. Now let us. This is what we have loaded. We have loaded the data set. Now I want you to load the shapefile. Okay. So if I take df and then if I say names, So India states, union territories, agencies is the name. I can say DF full India. So this is Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Haryana. All of this is there. Okay. So now let us load the shapefile. Where is the shapefile right now? In my downloads folder in a zip folder. Okay. India state country shapefile is there. What I will do is that I will open my files option. I will go to this files option. I mean, I have a folder called files. Okay. You're all seeing, no?
Yes, sir.
How did I create this folder called files?
Part of the template only.
Yeah, part of the template. So I'm going to go into this folder, files. As of right, it is empty. I will, sorry. So this is the data set I just downloaded. This is the zip folder I just downloaded. I'm opening it and I'm dragging it and putting it here. So it's automatically unzipping things. And in my RStudio, I can go to files. Then this is there. So this is available for me now. Okay. So if you see, there are two files that are big. One is called the country boundary and one is called the state boundary. India country boundary and state boundary. Let us look at those, what those are. See, whenever we talk about shapefiles, shapefile actually comes with its family. It comes with a lot of suitcases and baggage. So the .shp file will only work when there is this .dbf, .snb, .shs, and .prj. Okay. So at least 4 files should be there in order for this to work properly. So whenever you're working with shape files, you need to put them in their own separate folders so that unless and until you convert it into an RDS. I'll show that later on. Okay. So let me first load a shape file. How do I load a shape file? So I have not asked you to do this before, but there is a package. Sorry. So Wikipedia, you can go to Wikipedia and go to this, search this simple features option. Simple features is a set of standards that specify a common storage and access model of a geographic features, mainly mostly of 2-dimensional geometries, point, line, polygon, multi-point or multi-line. So if you can think of an Excel spreadsheet, which is the best way to actually represent this Excel spreadsheet? We understood now is it is a tidy way, isn't it? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, the shape files can be of many types. It can be a GPKJ, it can be a S.SHP. .SHP will come with its own baggages. The Google has this KML files and n number of different formats are there actually. But if you look at the literature and things, there is one file format, just like the tidy way or Tibbles is the best way to actually look at rectangular data. Simple features is a tidy way of looking at shapefile data. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
I will
sir.
not ask you to go into the details of it, because see, we are only working at R, isn't it? But when we talk about data science, we should also know that SQL, PostGIS, Oracle, IBM, SAS, all of those, even GDAL, Java, all of that has to also have a common platform, isn't it? for things to be interoperable. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will dedicate one full session on the theory of the geospatial analytics and things like that, the background, the theory of it. But today we are just looking at the implementation. Okay. In R, the package SF implements simple features. Okay. Is it clear? SF stands for simple features. Okay. So whenever I want to, whenever I want to do anything spatial or work with shape files, I'll simply say library SF. And when I say library SF, it says that okay, I'm linking to geos, GDAL, PROJ, and this. Okay. So if you look at the documentation, it says that my SF package links GDAL, geos, proj, isn't it? So there are multiple file systems that anybody can use, but SF will ensure that everything is linked. Okay. So now you have a common platform and just one package. Okay. And now you can ask, okay, how do I, work with shape files within this? It's just a matter of the same thing, in the sense that you can say there's a SF. If you want to know what are all the functions that are available within this package, all I need to do is put two columns, column, column, and then you get all data. See, SF, 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 there are all these available for you. Anything spatial you can think, we can do it here. We can find out what the nearest point, what the nearest fusion, make things valid, create a grid, merge lines, what is the length of things, join two data set, what are the different layers, you want to find out, is this an empty polygon? What is two polygons are there? What if it intersects? Give me the middle part. Interpolate things. What is the geometry? Filter things. Everything is possible, and the beauty is that everything is possible in a tidy way. I'll show you what I mean. Let us first load this data set. How to load? So there is this in SF package. There is this ST. There is read functions are there. You can read a database. You can read GDAL. You can read an SF object. But I think the best way is to do ST read. And let us look at its documentation. It says that okay, read simple features from file. You can give it. There are examples here. You can say, okay, file system shape nc.shp. So basically, you're asking it to go to this folder in this package called SF, and you're loading it. So I can simply use my path. I'm simplifying things, or complicating things. You guys tell me.
So, okay.
Shapefile path is here. Where is the shapefile residing? It is residing here. Okay. For example, let me look at the country bound. Okay. This is what I want. So I'll just copy this folder as a file path. In fact, this is not the complete name. This is the complete name of the file. Okay. But I'm using here, so I don't need So if it was up to me, I would have changed this folder name. Okay. The folder name I would have changed to would have been India India shapefiles. Or I could have just said shapefiles. I could have just said shapefiles, isn't it? And then I can just simply say, okay.
So the
So
S
it,
over at the end.
sorry?
Shape files, plural.
Oh, shapefiles. Okay, great. Thank you. So the moment I say this, it is saying that, okay, it has read that layer, okay? It is reading the layer India country boundary from the data source so and so, and using the ESRI shapefile driver, and this contains 253 features and one field, and it is a multi-polygon with the dimensions X and Y because it's a two-dimensional thing. With the bounding box of X minimum. So this is the rectangle kind of thing. And it says that, it has a projected coordinate reference system of WGS84, which is a pseudo Mercator. This theory, I'll maybe in some other time, we'll take a special session on the shape, spatial aspect of things. But yeah, you are able to read this. I will call this India and Ind boundary dot underscore SF, okay? So that I know that this is a shapefile by SF, simple features object, and it's of India boundary. As of right now, I'm doing this. So I can very quickly plot it. The moment I plot it, it is going to plot. Okay. But since we actually used ggplot to visualize things, we should be using the ggplot way, isn't it? So how to write it in a ggplot? Can you tell me the syntax? What is the first thing that we need to do?
ggplot.
ggplot, then
Mapping. Okay.
mapping. Okay, I'm going to skip that mapping, and then what? Okay, let
See
me
the
look
list
at.
of geoms and see if there is anything appropriate for that.
Okay, geom underscore. So what could be the most appropriate thing for SF? Okay. See, it's already there.
Yes.
So I should select geom SF. No.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What else I need to do? Nothing. I need to do nothing. I'll just press Control Enter. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I had
Happy?
one doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, in line 67, why do
Mhm.
we need to specify SF even when we have already loaded the library?
No,
Okay.
not at all. Not at all. But then, yeah, I'll need to put this here.
Oh,
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. One other thing is that if I just type India boundary SF in my console and see what it is, it says that it's a simple feature collection of so and so, all that what we have seen. And these are the first 10 features. This is the area, and it says that there is one other column called geometry. And it says that everything is a multi-polygon, isn't it? You can have points, you can have multi-polygons, you can have lines, anything that you can think of, you can have. Okay. I'll take a specialized session for SF later on. Okay, maybe once you guys get a hang of it. Today also I'm doing the carrot thing. Okay, you getting my point?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Today also I'm trying to get you interested, so that you can very easily do. Okay, now that you know that, okay, there's an India boundary, let us look at the India states plot. Now, Can you guys guide me on how to load the India states dataset map?
State file path, maybe a new object like that, and then just
Yeah.
assign it using here.
Okay. I would agree. What I would do is I would just select this, just paste it here. And this time, instead of country boundary, I know that it is state boundary because it's state here. And then I'll just change the boundary to state. Okay. Should I run this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I run this. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to color the states by their states names?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Maybe now you cannot. Okay. The reason is when you type India state SF in state SF, look at the names. Oh, it's this. There is a state name. Sorry. Yeah. So definitely you can color it. So can you guys tell me how would I color it?
GeoMSF we can do aesthetics.
Okay. Aesthetics. Great. Okay. Aesthetics.
Color equal to state underscore.
Okay. Color equals to.
Fill equal to state underscore.
Great. Let us do color equal to state underscore name. Okay. Yeah. Fill.
Yeah.
Fill is better, no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fill is better. Happy?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now forget about the state name. Okay. Now the challenge is that we need to join these two together. You have the data set now. You have the data set which is DF. You have the data set here.
Folio data.
Yeah, folio data set. And now you have the SF state boundary. And then you want to join them together.
Yes, sir.
Great. So let us work on that.
In the polio data set,
Yeah.
other than the states, there are also some ministry, I think, Ministry of Defense, like that.
Okay. I think we have removed them, no? See, we have filtered only the Indian states here. We have removed the other agencies
yes,
and
yes.
India.
Yes.
So let
That
us
part
again.
we have to do.
Yeah, we have already done it. Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar. Earlier there was this other thing. What do you call it? Yeah. Anyway, let us not go there. There was this Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Railways, and
Yes,
All
yes.
India was there. Those three we have removed. But I'd like you to make a note of one thing. And that thing is, there is no, what do you call it? Telangana here in the data set.
Oh,
Yes.
Correct? In the data set, there's no Telangana.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But there is Dadar Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu.
Union territories.
These are two separate things here, but in the data set, it is actually single thing. And there is one Telangana here. So the challenge to you is, how do you make sense now? You getting my point?
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes. There
First,
needs to be a corresponding.
yeah, I've brought things out very evidently here, you know. But sometimes when you work with this kind of data set, it's not really clear on how to join them. You know, what is there, what is not there. This is just states, so it's fine. Now imagine you have the district level file, or the sub-district, or the village level file. There is no way you're going to figure out things. Okay, but there are some tips that I'll give you that will help you to see, okay, what are all the things that are matching, what are all the things that are not matching, and then we can go there. Okay? So okay, I need to take a one break here, I guess, in the sense that, are you guys following?
Yes.
Am I going
Yes.
too fast,
Yes, sir.
too slow?
No, the
Or,
pace is perfect.
pace is perfect. Okay, I think Frederick sir, Ankita, you're all following.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. Okay. Excellent. So we'll move further, right? With the state level shapefile. Not shapefile. Okay. So I can just say df count, or I can just glimpse. So it's India states union territories. Yeah. So what I can do is that, just like I have one step I've missed. Okay, this you guys should have pointed out to me earlier, but that is okay. That just like we used janitor to clean the names of the previous data set, we should use janitor to clean the names of this shapefile also, isn't it? Because this is not a snake case. Though it is a snake case, it is the first letter is actually capital. So how would you do that? The way to do it is simple, because if you look at the class of India state SF, what do you think the class is? Guess.
Is there a data?
It's a data frame, and it's an SF. Okay. So since all the functions that in the tidy way works with the data frame as well, it should work with an SF object as well also. So you can just use clean names here. It will clean the name for you. Okay. So all you need to do is you need to do this. Okay. So and now you just have to change this S to small, N to small, and you're still getting the same. Okay. So one other thing is that in the DF, the state name is written as a very long India states, UN territories, agencies, and things. You can make it short. You can call it state. Or since you want things to match here, you can call it state underscore name. To complicate things, I'm going to call it state, because in the real life data set, you won't have the same name column names. No, you'll have different column names. Okay. So I will say, take DF, rename. Rename what? India states. Okay. So now it is renamed as state. I should reassign it to DF, because I see, if you would have noticed, I'm every time before I'm reassigning things, I'm checking if it is working or not. Only then I'm reassigning. That is a good practice. Okay. I have to check whether it's working or not. Okay. Great. So now I want to find out how many unique states are there in the data set df distinct state. So there are 35 distinct states, and in the India state SF, I want to find out how many distinct state names. See, the output of the first one is a table. The output of the second one is a data frame. Okay. Yeah, 36. But still, the functions used here are the same. The outputs are different because the inputs are different. The first one is a table. The second one is a data frame. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now, what I want to find out is, let me put these things in ascending order. Or I can just ideally it should be sort, but let us see if this will work. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Why do you think the second one is taking so much time to run? The first one is giving out in seconds.
So because one is a table and the other is a data frame.
Okay, that could be one reason. The second thing is that look at the size of the state boundary shapefile. It's 17 MB. Okay, and much of the information is not within this state underscore name, but it is actually in the geometry column. This is fine. Geometry has all the information of the polygon. Okay, so anything that we do on a shapefile is actually going to take time inherently. Okay, so to circumvent that slowness, you can drop the geometry if you don't want the geometry in something. So very easy way to do it is to say st drop geometry. Okay, now, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll bring in a library here called TikTok. It's not the TikTok that you guys do. It's the time TikTok. So I'll just say tick, and then I'll say talk. Okay. If I run this, it will tell me how much time it took for me to run it. Okay. It took 10.3 seconds. Agree? Now I'll do the same thing, but this time I'll drop the geometry. Okay. st drop geometry. Okay. And now I'll run the same thing. See how much time it will take.
0, sir.
Okay. So it's not that tibble or this thing. It's that the geometry was taking too much time. So whenever you're doing things like this, you're impatient like me, you drop the geometry. Just adding this pipe and this will substantially speed your code. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Great. Okay. So yeah. So what we can do is that let us take all the states from the DF column and call it as DF underscore states, and take all the states from the SF data set and call SF underscore states. Okay. And then compare them and see what is happening and what is not. Okay. So why don't you guys tell me, in order to get all the states from the DF column, what I need to do?
DF underscore state
DF underscore states.
less than minus,
Yeah. Okay. Then
and then DF dollar sign
DF
state.
dollar sign state. Is it?
Thing.
Okay. Here we only have the consolidated data. So you're saying fine. But if you have 10,000 rows, that state is going to be repeated. And this DF
Yeah.
states will also be 10,000.
Yeah.
So either you say this,
Union. Yeah.
this, but ideally you should also sort it, no? So that it's ascending order, alphabetical. Okay.
Oh.
So SF underscore states will be nothing but, sorry, end state SF dollar state name pipe unique pipe sort, isn't it?
Yes.
So SF underscore states, DF underscore states. Okay. So now the question is, if you see Andaman and Nicobar, they are written differently. Right?
Yes.
Look at Jammu and Kashmir. They are written correctly. Right?
Yes, sir.
And there are 35 here and there are 36 here. So the challenge is to find out what is matching and what is not matching. Okay. So one good way to say it is, in DF states, what is there in SF states? Okay. Do you know what I did?
Think and it matches like each element and
Of the DF states.
first of the to the second bit.
I can do this also. Right? In the SF states, what is matching the DF states? One and the same, but this output will be 35, this output will be 36. Okay?
Okay.
Fine. Now, by this, I can very quickly say, okay, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them are not matching here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are not matching here. So commonly 5 are not matching. Or 6, totally 6 are not matching. Okay. But I want to find out what are those 6. Okay. So what I can do is, see, if I say SF underscore state, SF underscore states, what is, if I want to know the first element, first entry of SF states, what I should do? In the
One.
square bracket, I can put 1. So even the first one. And I know that this first one is not matching.
Yeah.
Now, second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, sixth is matching. Seventh is not matching again. So if I check 7, 7 is Chhattisgarh. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
7th is Chhattisgarh.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Maybe the way Chhattisgarh is written is different. Okay. So if you look at the way Chhattisgarh is written here, is this CHACHH. Okay. Whereas here it is single H. Get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, but you have just 38 states and 6 are not matching, so it's very easy. But what if
Yes,
you're, again, I'll come back to that, your district. sub-districts, talukas, villages. Very difficult. So
Yes, sir.
is there any way that I can put it in this square bracket that will only give me the ones that are not in this? Is that see? If I put this inside, I'm asking it wherever states are there inside, SF states are there in this, then only show me. Then it is going to show all that is matching. Okay. Andhra Pradesh is matching in both of them. Arunachal Pradesh is matching in both of them. Assam is matching. Bihar is matching. Chandigarh is matching. Delhi, all these are matching.
Yes, sir.
So if I want to know what is not matching, then where should the negation be?
And the star after the opening bracket.
Yeah. Okay. Now you see. Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Interestingly, Tamil Nadu also was not matching because in the first one, Tamil space Nadu was there, I guess. Tamil Nadu. In the second one, it is Tamil Nadu. Okay. Yeah. So now we can just focus on these 6 things. And then we can rectify it. So we can rectify it in 2 ways. Do you want to rectify the data set or do you want to rectify the shape file?
Shape file.
Data set.
Data set.
I think it's better to rectify it in the data set. Okay. We can create a new column called state_name. Because this state_name will be matching the state_name of this one. Okay. So how to do that? I'll just take df. I'll say mutate state_name equals to. So how are you going to use if else, case when, what?
Case when would be
Yeah, case when would be better. I'll tell you why. Because if I write if else, then if else, then if else, I need to write if else once, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So I need to open bracket 6 times, close bracket 6 times, and it will be very cumbersome. So the benefits of case when is now. Case_when, case_when state is equal to Andaman and Nicobar. Sorry, if, okay, I need to run this also. Let me just, I want to see how actually it is written. Just 1 second. Okay. Sorry. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
So we need to say df_states the same thing. So wherever Andaman and Nicobar Islands is written this way, I need to rewrite it as this way, isn't it?
Yes.
And then repeat the same thing, but this time for Chhattisgarh, Chhattisgarh is written this way. I need to change it to this way. Okay, now the question is, how are you going to do this? Dadar Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. So if it is written this way, it has to be written this way, isn't it?
Yes.
Or if it is written as Daman Diyu, the next one is Tamil Nadu, no?
Yes.
And the rest through means. Let us see if it's working first. Yeah, it must have created one more variable. Let me do it. So it has created one more variable, you know? Okay. So let us see here. Now let us check once again. Let us run this. This now has to be. Let me be on. Now, what are the DF states that are not in this? Ladakh and Telangana. No?
Yes.
So SF states has Ladakh and Telangana. So what you need to do is that within the SF states, you should change Ladakh, because that time Ladakh was a part of Jammu and Kashmir. Telangana was part of Andhra Pradesh. So you also need to change the SF also, state names. We'll not join them for now. I'll not confuse you with how to join two things together. I'm not doing any manipulations, special manipulations. We'll just change the name so that we get the same kind of representation. So the way to do that is we can just very quickly go here. You can say India and state SF, mutate state underscore name equals to if case underscore when. Do you want me to try if else and show you?
Okay.
Yeah, if else you want me to show you? Just 2 times. Let's try if else. No? If else, the logic is the same. If else, state underscore name is equal to Ladakh, then it has to be, sorry, Jammu and Kashmir, no? Isn't it?
Yes.
Jammu and Kashmir. Otherwise what? State name. Okay. And you can just copy this once again. In the sense of simplicity, I'm just saying that if it is now Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Agree?
Yes.
It's working now. So, okay. So now let me run this again. See, all are true. And there is character 0 means there is nothing that is not matched. Okay. So this is the background work that we have to do, isn't it? Now, how to match them? So one way to do it is we can take the shapefile and join the data set to it. Okay. So ind state SF pipe left join df.
And we'll need to assign it.
Yeah. So it automatically said that, okay, I'm joining it by state name. How? Because the column names we have created is that state name and state name are same. Both of them had state names. But if you have different names, we can specify that, okay, by in the X data set it is state, and then the Y data set it is state underscore name. We need to join it by that. But since we have smartly created it such a way, you don't need to give multiple arguments. So I'll just call it India state SF, but I'll say joined SF. Okay. So all are there, no? Isn't it? Okay, it gave out an error, no? Saying that 3 rows of X matches multiple rows in Y. That means that there are 2 Dadar Nagar Havelis here. Which one to match with? Right?
Yes.
It joined this Dadar Nagar Haveli, this Daman and Dayu. But it says that I'm confused. The ideal thing would be that we are going to manipulate the shapefile in such a way that Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir become one. Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana becomes one, because this data is from 2000. When is it from? From 2008 to September 13. No, that time this only happened in 2019 and 2015 or something, and this Telangana and Andhra and Jammu and Kashmir and this thing. So the data shapefile is new, but we can still try to make some plots. Let us see. Now that we have this, now can you help me make a plot? GG plot plus geom SF AES. What do you want the AES to be?
8-1. India.
Okay, let us start with categories. Okay, which states are which categories? Okay, let's start with that. Fill equals to okay.
Yes.
Now you want to see the proportion of let us estimate the proportion. For example, all the pre-calculated percentages, percent achievement, I want to remove. Okay, I will remove and I'll do my own calculation. Or yeah, let us do that. We have time, no?
Yes.
Or okay, let us use what is there already. Fine. Let us do the first column. The first column is this, right? Okay. According to the data in 2018, so 2008, maximum number of polio immunizations need to happen in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Yeah, because Uttar Pradesh is the highest in population as well, right? Now, the question is in 2000, this thing,
So why are the colors assigned in that manner? Usually it is the darkest for where the highest need is there, or you can usually.
I agree with your point, Lokesh. What I would do is that I would say scale, fill. I'll call it brewer. I'll call it distiller.
What are these different scale fill?
Yeah. Is this better?
Yes.
So this is coming from the R color brewer or ggplot itself. There are n number of palettes for you to look at. Brewer, color, distiller, fermenter. This analogy is based on the brewing beers and things like that. Brewing alcohol, beers and things. But yeah, anyway, the idea is that this variable is a continuous variable. So you would want a continuous palette.
Yes.
If this variable is a categorical variable, this won't work. In the sense, the above here, it's a categorical palette, right?
Yes.
So if I run this, if I add this palette to it, we say, it's a discrete value but is supplied to a continuous scale. So if you look at the documentation, you say that the brewer is for the sequential palette, sequential in the sense that it is for a discrete palette. So let me just change this distiller to brewer. I think there needs to be a couple of sessions just on choosing the color palettes, because there are n number of color palettes for you, and choosing the right one actually is challenging. Anyway, yeah, this does not add much value to it. But what you can do is the same variable. For example, I say df names. So I'll take this achievement, and this I'll fill it by achievement, but this time I'll say let it be this, and then I can just say I'll call this as P1, and I'll call this as P2, and this time I'll call it fermenter, and then I'll call patchwork, library patchwork. And then I'll say P1 plus P2, or P1 by P2, or whatever. No, I did not run this.
The plus and divide are for whether we want it aligned horizontally or vertically.
Yeah.
Oh.
I prefer patchwork, but there are n number of other ways you can do it. So there is a difference between the first and second. Okay. The first plot and second plot are exactly the same. The only thing that is different is the fill.
This has a continuous gradation, while this has
Yeah. So this one is the smoother continuous values. This one has done the bins. If
Oh,
you do it by the bins, you find out that there is a stark difference between Uttar Pradesh and rest of the country because the absolute sheer numbers, that too in 2008. You know?
Yes, sir.
So, but which is more meaningful to you again would depend. See, that is why when I say choosing the right color palettes are also very important, and it's an art. You know, there are PhD courses on you know color spectrum and you know choosing the right palettes, color palettes, and things like that. We'll not go into that aspect now. Maybe you'll appreciate what I'm trying to say. Maybe 10 years or 7 years after you've been working on this for a very long time. Okay. But the point being that it's exactly the same, but just a simple function change will depict things differently. You know? You getting my point, huh?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if I share this script with you, you know, would you be able to prepare plots for the rest of the variables?
Yes.
If I share this script with you, will you be able to prepare the plots?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about the rest?
Yes, sir.
We will try.
I will try, sir.
Okay. So what if I don't share this script with you? Will you be able to prepare the plots?
We'll try to.
Sorry?
Not confident, sir.
Okay. But you will try, no?
Yes.
So today I'm not going to share the script.
Okay, sir.
Or what I'll do is, I think it'll be too much, no? Because all this has been done for you, right?
Recording
Changing
will
the
be
name.
there, right?
Yeah, recording will be there. Yeah. So it's total.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, then I think I'll not share the script with you. Okay, that means I'll force you to look at the recording. Okay. Today I'm not going to share the script. In turn, what I'll do is I'll just share the
Link
what
to
one
shape.
thing I needed to be done is I need to document where I've taken the shape file from. Huh? If I don't document it, it will be an issue because you guys will take some other thing and then, yeah. Okay. I'll share these two links. Is that okay?
Oh,
I'll share these two links right away in the WhatsApp group. Okay. You guys can have a look. So yeah, I'm see, it's not that I don't want to share the script. I want to try something new. So yeah, maybe tomorrow you guys will tell me what difficulties you faced, or maybe whatever we did in last 1.5 hour, you will be able to do it much faster because you've already I've run through the process, right? It's just that you get there and you just repeat the plots, whatever, right? Or what would be more meaningful would be we took the folio data set. Why don't you? I'll share the script with you then. I'll share the script with you, but I want you to use one other data set, but not the folio data set. Is that fair enough?
Okay, sir.
yes.
Yes, sir.
That is fair. No, that is better, right?
Any
Yes, sir.
suggestion on which paper?
Suggestion would be anything that is state-wise. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, preferably anything that has Telangana and Ladakh.
relatively recent.
Yeah, relatively new. It could be anything. It need not be only health related. It could be even the simple population. How many males, how many females, what is the proportion of age groups, all of that. Even the number of people. in crores. That's also fine, right? That's also a population data set that also has states and this thing. Whatever it is, make one map. Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to complicate things one step further. Okay? I want you to give title, data source, and the legends properly. It should not be this X2000_09 achievement and things. You know? It should clearly be what this is representing. This one has to have a title, and it has to come up with where the data source is coming from, where the shapefile is coming from. You know? If you are able to do that, then I will maybe in the next class we can just start with adding the north arrow, adding the scale bar, and things like that, so that everything is perfect. Do you
Okay,
think
sir.
that I mean, I'm not asking too much of you. I'm just asking you to make the plot readable,
Yes.
publishable, standalone. So that will become a standard practice for you. Whenever you're creating a plot, you understand that, okay, you should have a proper legend, a proper title. You should explain where the data is coming from, things like that. I'll share the script then. Then what we can do is, you guys are free tomorrow, no? Tomorrow we're meeting,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes.
Great. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What I would love is also some kind of feedback, because as of right now, the moment I ask you, you're like feeling obligated to say, yes, everything is good, excellent, whistles and claps. But I want some kind of meaningful feedback. What we can do better, or do you think we can break down the lectures? We can extend them or break down, whatever. I don't want to impose on you, but you guys have to give some feedback. It will help us a lot. It could be a personal thing. You can just SMS me or WhatsApp me, or write an email. If you want to CC everybody also, it's fine. Not me. Okay, but that is one request from my side. It will really help me out. All right.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Okay, then I'll stop this recording now, and I will meet tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
Yes, sir.
I would what I would do is I'll just give you maybe 20 minutes in the start to present all your plots. Okay.
Okay.
Any data set that you have taken. Yes.
Sir, tomorrow I won't be able to join. I have an evening clinic tomorrow.
That's all right. That's all right. You're free to join whenever you want. There's no obligation, at least for you, because you're not part of the program. But it'll be best if you could join.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It'll be fun for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care then. Good night.
Good night. Thanks.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah. Bye. Good night.
Thank you, sir.